So in this webinar, we will talk about getting dividends in the Philippine stock market. So getting an income derived from investing in stock market. So obviously we are in the Philippine stock market. We are spending time in the market because we would like to get something out of it. Okay, hindi naman tayo mag-a-extend ng panahon if we do not get something out of it. And one of those things that we can get by investing in the Philippine stock market is dividends. But before we go to those dividends or how to get dividends in the Philippine stock market, for those who are still clueless what we are going to talk about in this session, so you can watch our recorded webinars previously. So how to start investing in the Philippine stock market, so the how you can open an account, how to fund it, and then some basics on how to win. The recording of this webinar is available sa website, okay, smartpinoyinvestor.com. And then we also had in our previous webinar some tips, tricks, and traps for new Pinoy investors. So ano ba yung mga common misconceptions and mistakes that new investors, newbies do while starting. So we tackled about it in our previous webinars. You can also watch it. All the basics are contained in on my page, smartpinoyinvestor.com/beginners. So if I am mentioning some terms or some terminologies that may sound great to you, hindi nyo maintindihan, so maybe you're still lacking the basics. So you can visit that link, smartpinoinvestor.com/beginners, to have the very basics of investing in Philippine stock market. Okay? So now, back to our session for today. How to get dividends in the Philippine stock market. It's a very basic presentation, but it's very practical, especially if you're the one looking for somehow sure income from the Philippine stock market. Okay? So, how to earn in stock market? So, before we go to that, let me tell you na it is common stocks that we are actually exchanging in our Philippine stock market. So there are types of stocks or shares that are available under any corporation. But yung mga nakikita natin sa online account natin, online trading account, are actually common stocks. Okay? It's a specific type of stocks. So what is a common stocks? So common stocks represents ownership in a corporation. Okay, so any stock represents ownership in a corporation, and common stocks has what is called as voting rights. Okay, so pag nagkaroon ka ng, nakabili ka ng stocks sa iyong trading account, so meron kang ownership in a corporation, and at the same time, magkakaroon ka ng voting rights. So, yung iba sa inyo probably have received invitation sa mga stockholders meeting, 'di ba? Because you're actually a stock owner. However, dahil hindi ka naman majority nung corporation, hindi ka naman majority shareholder ng corporation, wala na ring sense yung voting rights mo since it is controlled by the majority share owners. So, that's about voting rights. And then another thing about common stocks is it can reward you in two ways. So what are these two ways wherein common stocks can reward its investors? So number one is capital appreciation. Okay, and then number two is dividends. So first is capital appreciation, second is dividends. So capital appreciation is an increase, okay, in the price or value of assets. Okay, so hindi lang ito nag-a-apply sa stocks. Okay, and it is also called capital gain. So capital appreciation, capital gain are used interchangeably. And okay, so it can be on stocks, it can be on bonds, So, pwede rin sa land ownership, di ba? Pag bibili ka ng real estate and other forms of assets. So, the capital gain that you will get is based definitely on your purchase price and on your sale price. So if nakabili ka na let's say ng isang stocks and then nabenta mo siya with a higher price, with a higher cost, definitely you will have capital gain. But obviously, there is also a possibility of yung sale price mo will be lower than your purchase price. So mas mababa yung sale price compared sa purchase price mo. So in other words, nalugi ka doon. So pwede rin actually magkaroon ka ng capital loss if you buy an asset like stocks. Okay? Now we'll go to dividends. So ano ba tong general idea about dividends? Okay, so dividends is a distribution of a portion of a company's earnings to a class of its shareholders. So dividends is a distribution of a portion of a company's earnings to a class of its shareholders. So some of the key terms are distribution, and then company's earnings, and then to a class of its shareholders. So there are different types of dividends that are distributed to different types of shareholders. You will know about it later. And then dividends can be in the form of cash, meaning pera, or shares, additional shares, or other property. So meron tayong tinatawag na property dividends. Okay? And then one thing that we have to understand about dividends is not all companies actually pay out dividends. So, hindi lahat ng kumpanya na pwede mong mabili sa stock market will issue out dividends. So, depende iyon sa company's board of directors. So, the company's board of directors will have the decision whether or not to pay out a dividend. So, depende na yan sa strategic plan or strategic management ng company whether they will pay out a dividend, they will distribute the earnings to its shareholders, or pwede naman kasing they will reinvest the earnings for greater expansion of the business. From that, we will get the idea na those, yung mga nag-start up na companies pa lang, yung mga maliliit pa, they will not most probably pay out dividends because they would rather use the money, the earnings of the company to actually expand. So, i-reinvest nila yon to build bigger business for them. But for those mga malalaki na, yung mga mature companies na, most probably, those are the companies that are paying out dividends. Meron na silang recurring dividend schedules na tinatawag. Okay, so not all companies issue out dividends. It depends on the decision. So how will you know whether a company is actually paying out a dividend? So paano nyo malalaman whether yung mga napupusuan mong stocks will give you dividends? So malalaman mo yon in the Philippine Stock Exchange website or PSE website. So you can check announcements of companies on dividends sa PSE website, which is www.psa.com.ph. So if you will go to that pse.com.ph, makikita mo yung webpage nilang ganito. So Philippine Stock Exchange Incorporated. So makikita nyo there are several tabs on the left screen. And then makikita nyo meron under listing and disclosures. So merong dividends/right. That page will give you the schedule of dividends of companies. Okay, so merong dividends and then merong right. If you're interested about a specific stock, so you can just type the stock code. So that's where you will find out kung ano yung schedule or if a company is paying out dividends in the near future. And then, pwede nyo rin makita yung same information sa EDGE website. So, edge.psa.com.ph. Then if you will go to that page, the same location under dividends and rights, so you will see the list of companies that have dividend schedules. Okay, so dyan nyo makikita yan. So if you are interested about specific company, so i-type nyo lang din yung symbol. Okay? And then, yung ibang brokers actually have calendars they provide to their clients. So meron dong summary of schedules monthly nung kanilang or dividend-related announcements. Okay, so that's where you find out information about dividends. And then, makikita nyo may data about dividend rate. So yung dividend rate will actually tell you the amount nung payout. So let's say itong Leisure and Resorts World Corporation, so ang dividend rate niya is 6 centavos per share. Then under niya is the Peton Corporation. So meron siyang dividend rate na 17, more than 17 pesos. Okay? So yan yung dividend rate. Whereas yung dividend yield naman, so you can compute the dividend yield by dividing the dividend rate by the current market price of the stock. So yun yung difference of dividend rate and dividend yield. So the dividend rate will tell you the actual amount of the payout. Yung dividend yield naman will tell you an information kung gaano ba kalaki yung dividend na binibigay ng isang company because that is expressed on a percentage basis. Okay? So how to be entitled to a dividend? So this is actually our main topic for today's session. So, paano ka makakasigurado na you will receive a dividend? So, one requirement lang, no, how to be entitled to a dividend, and that is you need to be a shareholder on the record date. Okay? So, one requirement is you need to be a shareholder nung company on the record date. That means, kapag bibili ka ng stocks, that should be made at least 3 business days prior to the record date. Okay, your purchase should be made at least 3 business days or 3 working days prior to the record date. Okay, so ang dami nang na-mention date, record date, and then may tatawagin din tayong ex-dividend date, and then meron ding payment date. So if you will go back to our dividends and rights page earlier, so merong company name na column, and then type of security, type of dividend, then dividend rate, then may tatlong date siyang na-mention dyan, which are ex-dividend date or ex-date na tinatawag, then record date, and then payment date. Sabi natin kanina, if you want to be entitled to the dividend, so you need to be a shareholder on the record date. However, before ka kasing maging actual shareholder on the record date, meron siyang processing time. So you need to buy 3 days before the record date. Kaya ang i-check mo na lang dapat is yung ex-dividend rate. So halimbawa, itong Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company, under the second row, so yung record date niya is August 27, and then yung ex-dividend date niya is August 24. So if you would like to avail this dividend from PLDT, so you need to buy these stocks or you need to hold on the stock at least the day before the ex-dividend date. Okay? So hold the stocks or buy it 1 day before the ex-date. Kasi pag sinabing ex-date, babay dividends na yon. So pag bumili ka sa ex-date, hindi ka na entitled sa dividend if kung gusto mo mang maging entitled doon. So kung bibili ka naman sa ex-date, hindi ka rin magiging entitled dun sa dividend pertaining to the ex-date. So if you would like to be entitled to a dividend, then buy before the ex-date, at least 1 day before the ex-date. And then, come ex-date, pwede mo na siyang ibenta, at least entitled ka na dun sa dividend na yon. Okay? So, just to reiterate, if you want to be entitled to dividends, so hold the stocks 1 day before the X date. Or if you do not have stocks yet, so you can buy it 1 day before the X date. Halimbawa, itong Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company, so yung ex-dividend date niya is August 24. So dapat bibili ka na nung stocks nga the trading day before the ex-dividend date. So August 24, so dapat August 23 if August 23 is a trading day. So if not, yung prior trading day. So ang mahalaga, dapat bibili ka before the ex-dividend date. And then meron ding na-mention kanina na payment date. So itong payment date, for your information lang yan. So you will receive the dividends shortly after the payment date. So pwedeng 1 day before, 2 days. So depende sa specifics nung pag-settle ng company doon sa dividends. You should be able to receive the dividends shortly after the announced payment date. Now, saan nyo ba matatanggap yung dividends nyo? So you will receive your dividends straight to your trading account. So kung meron kayong COL Financial, so dediretso na doon yung dividends na matatanggap mo. And you will also receive an email notification about the dividends that you receive. So may matatanggap kayo from your broker about the dividends na natanggap mo if you are entitled to it. So halimbawa itong March 19, 2015. Okay? So, ang stock code nito is IMI. Then, yung cash dividend nga, or yung dividend rate is 0.1868. And then, yung number of shares that I had that time was only 300. So, if you multiply 300 shares by the cash dividend rate, or dividend rate, you will get the gross amount na 56.04. So, babawasan pa yan ng withholding tax. And the withholding tax that applies to cash dividends is 10%. So 10% of 56.04 is 5.604 or 5.60. So you subtract it sa gross, you will get your net dividend amount. So which is 50.44. So mapapansin nyo dyan, whether you have small number of shares or whether you have a substantial number of shares that you own, the dividend rate applies the same. And makakatanggap ka talaga. So pwedeng ganyan kaliit, so pwede ring malaki-laki if malaki yung bigayan nung company. So ito naman is July 12, 2014. So this is an email confirmation or email notification from COL Financial about the dividends issued by LRI naman. So Lafarge. Itong LRI is delisted na to ngayon sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So wala na siya ngayon sa Philippine Stock Exchange, but the company is still operating. So yung dividend rate nga, cash dividend is 50 centavos or 0.5 pesos per share. And then there's an information on the X date, which is June 6. Then the number of shares that I had that time was 10,500. So medyo malaki. So malaki din yung net amount, which is more than 4,700. Okay? And then meron ding withholding tax na 10%. So depende sa number of shares mo, yung net amount na mai-receive mo dahil yung cash dividend is declared on a per share basis. So that means kung maliit yung capital mo, maliit lang din yung dividend. Kung malaki yung capital mo, obviously, mas malaki din yung matatanggap mo. That's why, ang common suggestion ko is you really need to add regularly sa yung investment. Kasi kung meron ka lang maliit na capital, so maliit lang din yung dividend na marireceive mo. Whereas, if you're adding regularly, time will come, diba? You will have substantial amount or substantial number of shares. Mas malaki din yung rewards, actual net rewards na matatanggap mo. Okay, so i-compare mo ngayon yan sa bank deposit rates that they offer ng ating 3 biggest banks in the Philippines. Obviously, that is a good substitute sa placing ng yung money if hindi mo naman siya gagamitin in the long run. So that's a notification that is given to you by your broker. Okay? And then you can also verify it in your account ledger. If nagdududa kayo or if wala kayong natanggap na email notification, so pwede nyo i-check yung account ledger nyo sa online trading account nyo. So for example, itong sa under COL Financial, so meron silang monthly account ledger. So you can look at click on the view monthly account ledger. So meron din silang historical. So you can verify ano ba yung mga dividends na tanggap mo before. And then if you are doubting if hindi ka nabigyan ng dividends, so you can check the ledger. Minsan kasi walang email na natatanggap ka, pwede mo na lang i-verify sa account ledger. Okay, so ito yung typical account ledger. So makikita mo mayroong entry for cash dividends. Yung cash dividend is August 2015 na credit. Diba? So that is for the cash dividends from first gen. So I had 1,500 shares. And then the dividend rate is 35 centavos per share. Okay? So dyan yung mabe-verify yung account ledger. Okay? And then, yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon is cash dividend. So, meron ding stock dividend. So, instead na pera yung binibigay, additional shares yung binibigay naman kapag stock dividends yung dineclare. So, sasabihin nila, halimbawa, 20% yung stock dividend rate. So, that means 20% of the number of shares that you have as of the record date yung madadagdag sa'yo. So, if you have 100 shares, and then nag-declare sila na 20% stock dividend, so 20% of 100 is 20. So, by the time na makredit sa account mo yung stock dividends, magkakaroon ka ng additional 20 shares of the same company. So, that will give you a total of 120 shares. Okay? Difference nun sa cash dividends, one is stock siya compared sa cash. And then second is, since hindi siya cash, so wala siyang withholding tax na 10%. Yung kanina sa atin, sa cash dividend, may 10%. Sa stocks, since wala ka namang kinukuwang money, so walang withholding tax doon. Okay, yun nga lang, pag binenta mo, may transaction tax ka naman. Okay? So yun lang actually ang ating session. So very, very short lang, 30-minute presentation. How to get dividends in Philippine stock market. We now open our floor for questions. Okay, so first question, sigurado ba lagi ang dividend? So you diniscuss natin kanina yung dividend schedule, 'di ba, ng company sa PSE website. Yung mga makikita niyo sa PSE website, sigurado na 'yon. Okay, kung hindi man nila i-fulfill 'yon, yari na sila sa government regulations. Then related question is how often daw ang dividends. So depende nga rin to sa company, no? Depende sa board of directors kung kailan sila or how often they will give out dividends. So you can check all those information dun sa pse.com.ph. And then why do companies don't give dividends? So as I mentioned earlier, number one, depende kasi sa decision ng board of directors, right? Depende sa kanila if they will use the earnings of the company to actually expand, to reinvest the earnings, or if they would distribute it to its shareholders. Next question, is it true that stock prices usually goes down if the company gives out dividends? So that is true. Okay, kasi naglalabas siya ng pera, so magbabago yung valuation ng company. So mag-a-adjust siya yung price per share on the X date. Kaya dahil nagpa-fluctuate na siya because of the live trading, if maliit lang yung dividend, hindi mo masyadong mapapansin. But yes, mag-a-adjust yung stock price if mag-i-issue ng dividends yung isang company. Makakatanggap pa po ba ako ng dividends after ko magbenta ng shares after the record date or ex-date? Yes, you will receive the dividends even if you sell your shares on the ex-date and moving forward. Basta ang importante lang that you have to remember, you need to be holding the stocks the day before the ex-dividend date, and you will still be entitled to the dividends. Okay, and then from Blando, TEL is the highest at the moment giving dividends. That's one of the most generous companies in the Philippine stock market that gives out dividends, so PLDT. However, ngayon yung PLDT, di ba, we have observed it has gone down by several magnitudes. Yun din yung kailangan tandaan about buying or targeting dividend paying stocks. So there's still possibility of the share price going down. So hindi pwedeng bibili ka lang because of dividends. Dahil baka naman pag bumili ka, maapektuhan naman yung another way of earning mo, which is your capital appreciation. Kung bumaba yung price niya significantly, you will obviously realize a capital loss. And that capital loss can be greater or can be higher than the dividend income that you receive. So you need to be also watching out those aspects of companies if ever they give out dividends. So you still check yung capital appreciation feature niya. Ano pong nangyari if madili sa PSE ang isang company if mayroon ka pang shares nito? So this is actually not related to dividends, pero if na-delist sa PSE yung company na meron ka before, that means hindi mo na siya mabebenta sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Kasi obviously wala na yung company doon sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Hindi mo na mabebenta yun via your trading account. So from Leonard, possible na tumaas ang price ng stock pag malapit ang ex-date? Pwedeng oo, pwedeng hindi. So pwedeng tumaas, pwede ring bumaba kung hindi naman maganda yung demand for the company. But usually, yung price ng stocks ay tumataas usually kasi mga tao naghahabol sa dividend. Yung iba naman is maaga na silang nag-accumulate ng stocks, so naka-ready na sila, naka-imbak na sila for the dividend payout. So depende yun sa sentiment ng tao for that specific stock. So one question from Tristan. Is it good decision to pull out the stock you are holding provided that capital appreciation is higher than the dividend payout, historical and present payout? Kasi kapag bumaba naman, depende sa present sentiment of the people or ng mga investors dun sa specific stocks mo. Kasi pwedeng kahit bumaba naman siya sa ex-date, malaki pa rin yung demand, magtutuloy-tuloy yung capital appreciation niya. Plus, you will still be able to receive the dividends. So, depende yan, Tristan, on a specific stock. So, it's your personal decision whether to keep your shares and receive the dividends or to actually sell it to protect your capital gains. Okay? Then what happens, question from Phoebe, what happens with the special dividend? So, itong special dividend, so from the term itself, special, it's a type of dividend that is not normally announced. Okay? So hindi siya normal part nung dividend schedule of a company. So kumbaga ito ay bonus lang. So pwede kasing in 1 year, a company has performed really well. So mataas yung earnings niya for a year. And then it would like to distribute it to its shareholders. So pwede silang mag-decide to give special dividends. So this special dividend is on top of their normal dividends. Okay, so special siya, bonus siya. And then it acts the same as normal dividends. Okay? Prefer ba bumili ng shares sa mga companies who give out dividends? Ideal case kasi is you will get income from capital appreciation and you also get income from dividends. One component of selecting a good stocks is if it has consistent dividend payout dahil somehow sure na yung income mo doon. And then aside from capital appreciation, so meron kang extra income. Okay? So I suggest you consider dividend payout dun sa stock selection mo. but do not rely on it alone. So still check doon sa capital appreciation side. Because again, pwedeng mas malaki yung magiging capital loss mo compared dun sa dividends. Walang sense yung ganun. So, in our next webinar, okay, so we'll talk about processing your account application. So this is ideal dun sa mga wala pang account. If you already have an account, then wait for our next webinar. But if hindi pa kayo nag-start, wala pang account whatsoever, mga nasa ibang bansa lalo at mga outside the Metro Manila, so you can join our next webinar, okay, so processing your account applications. Okay, thank you guys for joining today's session. I hope this has helped you. So see you in our next session for those who need help in processing or opening your trading account. So thank you guys and have a nice week. Stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.